Good morning. Very good morning to all of you. Hope you're all doing great. Wish you all a happy Onam. So, we were discussing about depreciation. Our point of discussion lasted up to how to compute the amount of depreciation. So, all theoretical concepts were over. And after that, we started with numbers. For numbers, I said how to compute depreciation. Three factors were considered for computation of depreciation. So what are the three factors? Cost of asset, scrap value, and useful life of the asset. So this is what we considered for computation of depreciation. So to revise it again, I'll just put some numbers here. So let us revise it again based on some numbers. Let us say you purchased a machinery worth rupees 1 lakh. You purchased a machinery worth rupees 1 lakh. Its useful life will be 10 years. At the end of 10 years, it can be sold for. At the end of 10 years, it is expected to be sold for. So I'll write scrap value or residual value. It can be sold for, let us say 10,000 rupees. 10,000 rupees. So based on this, if I have to compute amount of depreciation, as we have written here, the formula, based on the formula, what you will write? Cost of asset 1 lakh rupees. Cost of asset 1 lakh rupees minus scrap value 10,000 rupees. So now what is the depreciable value? Depreciable value is 90,000 rupees. 90,000 divided by 10 years. That will give you the amount of depreciation per year. Per year amount of depreciation will be 9,000 per year. So for with 9,000 rupees per year for next 10 years, if you depreciate, value of the asset will be 10,000 rupees, and for 10,000 rupees you will be selling the asset. It is expected to sell the asset after 10 years for 10,000 rupees. So this is how you will compute the amount of depreciation. Now can you tell me what is the rate of depreciation? What is the percentage of depreciation in this example? If I have to take in this example, what is the percentage of depreciation? Can anyone tell me what is the percentage of depreciation? This amount of depreciation, this formula goes good for amount of depreciation. Amount of depreciation. Now you have to see percentage of depreciation. How will you find the percentage? Amount divided by cost. Amount of depreciation divided by cost of asset will give you the depreciation. How will you find? Rate of depreciation is equal to 9,000 divided by 1 lakh rupees. See, you are seeing the rate on cost of asset. Please keep this point in mind. Don't subtract the scrap value here. Here you are finding it against the cost of asset. So 99,000 divided by 1 lakh into 100. Since it is rate, since it is percentage, so it is 100 into 100. It will give you 9%. The rate of depreciation is 9%. Now see, 9% into 1 lakh, 9,000 every year. 9% into 1 lakh, 9,000 every year. This is how you will be computing the rate of depreciation. So with this, what can I write as a formula for rate of depreciation? Rate of depreciation is equal to amount of depreciation divided by cost of asset. For further clarity, right here, original cost of asset. Original cost of asset multiplied by 100. Multiplied by 100. This will give you the rate of depreciation. This will give you the rate of depreciation. Now you can connect. In questions, normally they will give you the rate of depreciation. It is actually computed this way. The rate of depreciation actually is computed this way. So while answering the question, or they may give you the rate of depreciation, you may have to just apply it on the cost. So make a note out of this. Make a note out of this. This is important for the exam purpose. So you can just write a side note as exam notes. Exam notes. Till now we learned logics. Now for exam purpose, we should have some key points. So for that purpose, this part, exam notes. Point number 1, if question gives us cost of asset, useful life, and scrap value, then follow following step. Follow following steps. Step number 1, compute amount of depreciation. Compute amount of depreciation. How will you compute? What is the formula? Amount of depreciation is equal to cost of asset minus scrap value divided by useful life. Step 2, compute rate of depreciation How will you compute? Rate of depreciation is equal to amount of depreciation. Here you can write in bracket point number 1, because amount of depreciation you have found out here. Amount of depreciation divided by original cost of asset multiplied by 100. This is when question gives you cost of asset and useful life. This is when question gives you cost of asset and useful life. This is case number 1, scenario number 1. There can be another type of question where point number 2 you write, if question gives you rate of depreciation. If question gives you rate of depreciation, then multiply the rate with original cost of asset. So cost of asset multiplied by rate of depreciation. Is that clear for you? This is based on how question can be framed. See, till now we were understanding the logic. Now for exam purpose, for question purpose, for exams it is like not entirely, it won't be for you like you are applying something. There will be some set of questions. In questions there will be set of facts which are given. Based on that you should be able to solve the problem. So for that, this quick notes will help you so that there will not be any confusion for you. So we should learn both ways. You should prepare for the career, at the same time you should prepare for the exams also. So these both will help you. So I'll give some examples or I'll write some examples. You tell me what is the amount of depreciation or rate, whatever is asked in the question. Let us take case number 1. Cost of asset 20 lakhs useful life 20 years, compute rate of depreciation. Compute rate of depreciation. Compute rate of depreciation. I'll give you 5 minutes quickly. Not 5 minutes also, I'll give you 2 minutes. When I ask questions, you should come to the chat box and reply. Please reply to RGK, not RGK iPad. Please reply to RGK. Those who are seeing it on YouTube, please reply in the chat section. Yes. So please tell me the rate of depreciation in this case. Please tell me the rate of depreciation. 10% is the rate of depreciation. One answer I got is 10%. Another answer 5%. Yes, come on. 10%. We have 10% there. Yes. Any other answer? 5%. Okay. Let us try. There are a lot of answers, so that means you are trying. When there are many answers, it means you are trying. Let us try. So, when this type of question is asked, you should do two things. One is compute amount of depreciation. Step number 2, compute rate of depreciation. Step 1, amount of depreciation is equal to 20 lakhs divided by 20 years. Sir, why 20 lakhs divided by 20 years? There is no scrap value, so scrap value will be 0. Something subtracted by 0 will be the same amount. So 20 lakhs divided by 20. So per year your depreciation will be 2 lakh rupees. Per year your depreciation will be 2 lakh rupees. Am I right? Now step 2. Step 2. Rate of depreciation is equal to amount of depreciation divided by total cost of asset. Divided by total cost of asset. So how much? Sorry, this is not 2 lakhs. This should be 1 lakh. This should be 1 lakh. 1 lakh divided by 20 lakh. 1 lakh divided by 20 lakh. So how much? It amounts to, simple computation, it will amount to 5%. It will amount to 5%. So what is the rate of depreciation? 5% is the rate of depreciation. Now you know how we compute. Let us take case number 2. Let us take case number 2. Cost of asset 50 lakhs. Cost of asset 50 lakhs. Scrap value 10 lakhs. Scrap value 10 lakhs. Useful life 10 years. Useful life 10 years. Compute rate of depreciation. Compute rate of depreciation. Please tell me what is the rate of depreciation? 8%. Okay, let us try this. Step 1. I'll not write formula again. I'll write it. 50 lakhs. Now there is 10 lakh scrap value, so we'll deduct it. 10 lakh divided by 10 years. So 40 lakhs divided by 10. 40 lakh divided by 10. That is 4 lakh is the amount of depreciation. Am I correct? 4 lakh is the amount of depreciation. Yes. Next one. Step 2. 4 lakhs divided by 50 lakhs. How much is it? 8%. So that should be 8%. Is it right? Yes. Someone is telling 1% repeatedly. I don't know why 1%. I don't know how 1%. It should be 8%. 8% is the right answer. 8% is the right answer. Next one. Case number 3. I'm just explaining the concept which I have given in the formulas using cases. That's it. So case number 3. Case number 3. Cost of asset 25,000. Cost of asset 25,000. Transportation charges 5,000. Erection charges 5,000. Repairs 5,000. Scrap value 15,000. Useful life 5 years. Rate of depreciation you have to tell. Rate of depreciation you have to tell. Cost of asset, transportation charges, erection charges, repairs, scrap value, useful life, rate of depreciation is to be said. Please tell me what is the rate of depreciation. What is the rate of depreciation? Yes. How much? This is good. A lot of answers are coming up. Lot of answers, different answers. Someone is telling 10%, someone is telling 3.81%, someone is telling 8.57%, 11.4, 11.42, 20%. A lot of answers here. So let me try this. 16% is also there here. What? Tell me one thing. Are you taking whatever is given here? In my notes, whatever I am writing on the screen, whether you are writing same thing on the screen, notes I don't want anyone to be calculator experts. Calculator experts and tell and figure calculator answer you should write it in the notes. Proper format should be there for your answers. Steps should be there. I can't come and check, but I hope that you will be doing these things. Okay, let us do this. Cost of asset. We know all the costs that have been incurred for bringing the asset into present location and condition will be added to the cost of asset. So first, let us step 1. Cost of asset is equal to 25,000 plus 5,000 plus 5,000. Are you going to consider repairs? Repairs will not be considered. Repairs will not be considered. Reason: repairs are not connected to bringing the asset into present location and condition first time. Repairs will not be considered. So your cost of the asset is 35,000. Cost of the asset is 35,000. So now, second one, amount of depreciation is equal to 35,000 minus 15,000 divided by 5 years, which is nothing but 20,000 divided by 5 years. It will give you 4,000 per year. This is the amount of depreciation, 4,000 per year. Now, rate of depreciation is equal to 4,000 divided by, now don't get confused, you will always consider original cost of asset. Your original cost of asset is 35,000. So this should result in 11.42%, if I'm not wrong. Is it right? 11.4 to 43%. Yes. 11.43 is better because 4 to 8 is there. 11.43 can be written. 11.43%. 11.43%. Is that clear? Any doubts here? No doubts. So this discussion is clear for you, everyone, right? Shall I proceed to the next one? Shall I proceed to the next one? Okay. Question number, case number 4. Cost of asset. Cost of asset, lakhs. Cost of asset, 2 lakhs. Rate of depreciation, 15%. Rate of depreciation, 15%. Please tell me amount of depreciation per year. Amount of depreciation per year. Yes. Amount of depreciation should be simple. 2 lakhs multiplied by 15%, that will give you 30,000 rupees. 2 lakh multiplied by 15%, that will give you 30,000 rupees. Am I correct? So this is another case. Let us take up another case. Case number 5. Cost of asset, 1 lakh. Transportation charges, 25,000. Erection charges, 15,000. Scrap value, 10,000. Rate of depreciation, 20%. Rate of depreciation is 20%. Tell me the amount of depreciation. Tell me the amount of depreciation. Yes. 26, 28, 30, 40. How much? So first we have to understand what is the total cost of asset. What is the original cost of asset? Original cost of asset is equal to cost of asset is equal to 1 lakh plus 25,000 plus 15,000. So that is nothing but how much? 1 lakh 40,000. 1 lakh 40,000 multiplied by 20%. 1 lakh 40,000 multiplied by 20%. How much you are going to get? Amount of depreciation is 28,000. 28,000. Is that clear? We discussed 5 different scenarios. We discussed 5 different scenarios and we understood how to compute. Scrap value is there. What about scrap value? What is to be done with scrap value? How did you compute the rate of depreciation? First of all, rate of depreciation is computed without considering the scrap value. What is the formula for rate of depreciation? Rate of depreciation is amount of depreciation divided by original cost of the asset. We did not deduct the scrap value. So while multiplying to get the amount of depreciation, you have to consider original cost of asset multiplied by rate of depreciation. What you applied in the formula, same thing comes up. Same thing reversed. Same thing will be reversed. That's it. Scrap value comes when you are computing the amount of depreciation where rate of depreciation is not given. If rate of depreciation is given, rate of depreciation will be applied on original cost of the asset. Logic this formula, based on this formula. First one. Another doubt is why repairs will not be added to the cost of asset. One logic is given to me saying that since asset is purchased, we are incurring repairs. Just because asset purchase ಆದದ್ದಕ್ಕೆ ನೀವು ರಿಪೇರ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ಕಮ್ ಮಾಡುವುದಿಲ್ಲ. ಅಸೆಟ್ ಅನ್ನು ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಕ್ಕೆ ರಿಪೇರ್ಸ್ ಬರ್ತದೆ. ರಿಪೇರ್ಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಅನ್ ಇಯರ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರೋಸೆಸ್. ರಿಪೇರ್ಸ್ ಎವ್ರಿ ಇಯರ್ ಬರ್ತದೆ. ರಿಪೇರ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ಅಸೆಟ್ ಗೆ ಆಡ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಮತ್ತೆ ವಾಪಸ್ ಡಿಪ್ರಿಸಿಯೇಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವುದೇ ಲಾಜಿಕ್ ಇಲ್ಲ. ರಿಪೇರ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ಆ ವರ್ಷದ ರಿಪೇರ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ಆ ವರ್ಷದ ಪ್ರಾಫಿಟ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಲಾಸ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಗೆ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಫರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದು ಲಾಜಿಕಲ್. That is why repairs will not be added to the cost of asset. Very simple. ನೀವು ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಅನ್ನು ಇನ್ಕಮ್ ಮಾಡಿ ವಾಪಸ್ ಡಿಪ್ರಿಸಿಯೇಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಆಟೋಮ್ಯಾಟಿಕಲಿ ರಿಪೇರ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ಪ್ರಾಫಿಟ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಲಾಸ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಗೆ, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ರಿಪೇರ್ಸ್ ಹ್ಯಾಪನ್ಸ್ ಎವ್ರಿ ಇಯರ್. ಪರ್ಚೇಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಅಸೆಟ್, ಪರ್ಚೇಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಅಸೆಟ್ ಗೆ ರಿಲೇಟೆಡ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆನ್ಸ್ ಯಾವುದು ಕೂಡ ಒಂದೇ ವರ್ಷಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗುದಿಲ್ಲ. ಸಾರಿ, ರಿಪೀಟೆಡ್ ಆಗಿ ಆಗುದಿಲ್ಲ. ದೇ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಇನ್ಕರ್ಡ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ one time. They will be happening only one time. That's why we will capitalize them. Repairs will not happen one time. Repairs will be repairs will happen repeatedly every year. That is why repairs is to be considered as profit and loss account item. Repairs will be considered revenue item and not capital item. So I hope this is clear for you. So because till now we computed depreciation. Next accounting part is there for this. Next discussion will be on accounting part. So, are you all clear with this? Till now, whatever I have discussed, is it clear? Any doubts? Please tell me any doubts. Do you have any doubts? 100% clear. Pakka. Can I go for accounting? Can I go for accounting aspects? Is it boring? The discussion, whether it is boring or you are comfortable with this? No. Okay. Let us go for accounting part. See, accounting entries are very easy. If you remember 5 things. Accounting, see, even whether you are accounting students or non-accounting students, till now whether you have done accounts or you have not done accounts, no problem. Remember this thing. Remember this thing. In accounts, there are 5 basic things. 5 basic things. I'll write down the 5 basic things. I'm again going back to the basics. Then I'll link you to the asset depreciation part. But for now, let's focus on whatever, even though you may know this, no problem, but focus on what I'm telling now. In accounts, there are only 5 things. Nothing above 5 things, nothing beyond 5 things. There are only 5 things. What are the 5 things? Assets, liabilities, income, expense, capital. Okay. Assets, liabilities, income, expense, capital. I repeat, please do repeat along with me. There are only 5 things in accounts. What are the 5 things? Assets, liabilities, income, expense, capital. I repeat, assets, liabilities, income, expense, capital. Whatever accounts you may tell, cash account, bank account, salary account, depreciation account, asset account, loan account, capital account, you name anything. All these are to be brought into these 5 heads. That's it. There are only 5 heads in accounts. What are the 5 heads? Assets, liabilities, income, expense, capital. I repeat, assets, liabilities, income, expense, capital. Now there is a concept called as balances. There is something called as balances. These balances are nothing but rules of accounts. These are the framed rules. Due to the practice, this is the basic nature of accounts. You have to understand. Right here, balances. Balances are normally said in 2 terms. One is debit, one is credit. These are the names for it. These are the names for it. If I ask you what is debit, if I ask you what is credit, there is no meaning for it. Only debit and credit doesn't have any meaning. Debit and credits are balances of specific accounts. Debits and credits. I repeat, you write it like this only. Those people who don't know about these concepts, want to learn about these concepts, write in the notes in same way what I am telling. Debits and credits are nothing but balances of one particular account. Debits and credits are nothing but balances of one particular account. As such, the word debit and credit doesn't have any meaning. Only when it is combined with an account, you will get a meaning for it. Only when it is combined with an account, you will get a meaning for it. So, normally and standard practice is that assets will always have debit balance. Assets will always have debit balance. Assets will always, the balance which stays in the account. For example, if you have 10 rupees in your pocket, that is called as cash balance with you. That is called as cash balance with you, and that is always debit balance. That is always debit balance. If you have some money in your bank account, that is an asset for you. If you have money in your bank account, that is an asset for you. That is always called as debit balance. That is always called as debit balance. If you have stock in your godown, that stock is your asset. Stock is your asset. That will always have which balance? Debit balance. If you have purchased a fixed asset, that fixed asset will be considered as an asset. Fixed asset will be called as an asset. That asset will always have which balance? The amount which is spent for that purchase will always have debit balance. Next one is liabilities. Liabilities means obligations. What are liabilities? Liabilities are nothing but obligations. Money which is to be paid by the business to outsiders. Money which is to be paid to outsiders by the business. It is called as liabilities. Liabilities will always have credit balance. I repeat, liabilities will always have credit balance. Liabilities will always have credit balance. Liabilities will always have credit balance. Next one, income, which is earned by the business. Income is that which is earned by the business. Income, when it is earned, it is always to be said as credit balance. Income which is earned is always called as credit balance. So I repeat, income which is earned will always have credit balance. Expense is money outflow from the business. Money outflow from the business. Expense will always have debit balance. Expense will always have debit balance. See, liabilities, you said money which is to be paid to the outsider by the business. Liabilities is the money to be paid by the business to the outsiders. Capital is the money to be paid by the business to the owner. Capital is the money to be paid by the business to the owner. Obviously, this is also an obligation. So this will have credit balance always. This will have credit balance. Please repeat with me. Assets will have debit balance. Liabilities will have credit balance. Income will have credit balance. Expense will have debit balance. Capital will have credit balance. Capital will have credit balance. Again, repeat. Capital will have credit balance. Income will have credit balance. Expense will have debit balance. Liabilities will have credit balance. Assets will have debit balance. Assets will have debit balance. Please repeat along with me. These concepts are very important. If you are thorough with this, your entire accounting journal entry part is over. There is no much difficulty. Only understanding of nature of account is important for you. But before that, you understand this basic concept. Assets will always have debit balance. Liabilities will always have credit balance. Income will always have credit balance. Expense will have debit balance. Capital will have credit balance. Income will have credit. Capital will have credit. Liabilities will have credit. Assets will have debit. Expense will have debit. Expense debit. Asset debit. Capital credit. Income credit. Liabilities credit. So in any pattern, if I ask you, you should be capable of answering this. That is why I'm giving it now. So please do focus on this. You are speaking about balances in an account. In accounts, there are only 5 heads of accounts, which are assets, liabilities, capital, income, and expenses. Assets, liabilities, capital, income, and expenses. About their balances, assets will always have debit balance. Expenses will always have debit balance. Liabilities will have credit balance, income will have credit balance, capital will have credit balance. So next one, we have to see increase and decrease. These accounts keep on changing. Money will be coming into the business, money will be going out of the business. Bank account will be increased, bank account will be decreased. Assets will be purchased, assets will be sold. Assets will be generated, assets will be decreasing, assets will be increasing. Loan will be taken, loan will be given back. Capital will be introduced, capital will be given back. Income will increase, income may decrease. Income will, expense may increase, expense may decrease. We have to understand what will happen when these things happen. Increase and decrease ಆಗುವಾಗ ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ, what will happen to the account, we need to understand. So let us make two columns, increase, decrease, increase and decrease. So when assets increases, already debit balance, something is getting increased, so asset is to be debited. So asset ಅನ್ನು increase ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತೇವೆ, asset is to be debited, asset is to be debited. So increase of debit will always be debited, decrease will be reverse, so decrease in asset will be credited. So if you have 100 rupees in your pocket, if I give you 10 rupees, you will increase the cash, you will debit the cash, you will debit the cash. If you pay me 10 rupees, you will decrease the cash, you will credit the cash, you will credit the cash. So this is the nature, I'm telling you the nature. I said you accounts is a language, you are speaking the language of account. The debit credit ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ, with the help of this accounting language is spoken. ಅಕೌಂಟಿಂಗ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸೆಂಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಬರೆಯುವುದಿಲ್ಲ, ಜರ್ನಲ್ ಎಂಟ್ರೀಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೀತೀವಿ. ಜರ್ನಲ್ ಎಂಟ್ರೀಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಡೆಬಿಟ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು, ಯಾವ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಬೇಕಿದ್ರೆ ದಿಸ್ ಚಾರ್ಟ್ ಇಸ್ ವೆರಿ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಫಾರ್ ಯು. ದಿಸ್ ಚಾರ್ಟ್ ವಾಟ್ ಎವರ್ ಐ ಆಮ್ ಡಿಸ್ಕಸಿಂಗ್ ಇಸ್ ವೆರಿ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಫಾರ್ ಯು. ಲಯಬಿಲಿಟೀಸ್ ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಆಗುವಾಗ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು? ಅಪ್ಲೈ ಯುವರ್ brains and tell me what is to be done when liabilities increased. Liability is to be credited or liability is to be debited? Simple, apply the previous step. Previous step ಗೆ ನಾನು ಏನು ಲಾಜಿಕ್ ಹಾಕ್ತಿದ್ನೋ ಅದೇ ತರ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಇರುವುದು ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟ್ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್, ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಇರುವುದು ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟ್ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್. ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಆಗುವಾಗ ಆಬ್ವಿಯಸ್ಲಿ ಇಟ್ ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟೆಡ್, ಇಟ್ ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟೆಡ್. ಲಯಬಿಲಿಟೀಸ್ ಡಿಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಆಗುವಾಗ ಇಟ್ ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ಡೆಬಿಟೆಡ್. When liabilities decrease, it should be debited. Income, when it is increased, when income gets increased, what should you do? Income is to be credited, again same, credited. When income decreases, it should be debited. Expense increase ಆಗುವಾಗ ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು? When expense increases, it should be debited. When expense decreases, it should be expense is to be credited. When capital increases, what is to be done? When capital increases, what is to be done? Capital is to be credited. When capital decreases, what is to be done? It is to be debited. ಏನ್ ಡೆಬಿಟೆಡ್ ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟೆಡ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೇನು, ಈ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಅನ್ನು ಏನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ. ಈ ಸ್ಪೆಸಿಫಿಕ್ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಅನ್ನು, ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಆಗುವಾಗ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು? ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಡಿಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಆಗುವಾಗ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು? ಅದನ್ನು ಡೆಬಿಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಡೆಬಿಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರಿಬೇಕು, ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರಿಬೇಕು. ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಲರ್ನಿಂಗ್ ನೌ. ವಿ ಆರ್ ಲರ್ನಿಂಗ್ ದ ಬೇಸಿಕ್ಸ್. I repeat again, there are 5 accounts, 5 types of accounts, 5 heads of accounts. Which are the 5 heads of accounts? Assets, liabilities, capital, income, and expenses. So regarding their balances, assets should always have debit balance, liability should always have credit balance, capital should always have credit balance, income should always have credit balance, expense should always have debit balance. Okay, now increase and decrease. Asset, when increased, it will be debited. When decreased, it will be credited. Liabilities, when it is increased, credited, decreased, debited. Income, when it is increased, debit, credited. When it is decreased, debited. Any expense, when it is increased, debited. When it is decreased, credited. Capital, when it is increased, credited. When it is decreased, it is debited. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಡೌಟ್ ಬರ್ಲಿಕ್ಕಿಲ್ಲ. ಈ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮಗೆ ಯಾಕೆ ಹೀಗೆ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳುವಾಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ರೂಲ್. If I ask you why sugar is sweet, do you have any reason? That is the nature. Similarly, this is the nature. This is the nature of accounts. ಸ್ಪೆಸಿಫಿಕ್ ಕೇಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಬರುವಾಗ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ಕ್ಯಾಟಗರೈಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಅಕೌಂಟ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ಕ್ಯಾಟಗರೈಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. I have a homework for you today. I have a homework for you today. What you have to do is, you have to list down minimum 50 accounts. ನೀವು ಇಷ್ಟೋ ತನಕ ನೋಡಿದಂತ, ಇಷ್ಟೋ ತನಕ ನೀವು ಫಿಕ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದಂತ, ಇಷ್ಟೋ ತನಕ ನೀವು ಕೇಳಿದಂತ 50 ಟೈಪ್ಸ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್. ಕ್ಯಾಶ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್, ಲೋನ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್, ಕಾರ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್, ಬಸ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್, ಅಸೆಟ್ಸ್. ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ರೈಟ್ ನೇಮ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್, ನೇಮ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್. ನೀವು ಯಾವ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಗೆ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ಬರಿತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಿ ಅಂತ ಬರೆದು, ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಲಿಸ್ಟ್ ಡೌನ್ around 50 accounts. Then you have to give the name. Assets are, liabilities are, income are, expense are, capital. You have to give the names. Then you have to write the balances. Which balance they have? Debit balance or credit balance. So what is your homework? Your homework is, you have to list down 50 accounts. You have to identify their nature. You have to write whether they have debit balance or credit balance. Everybody should do. And I expect you to send me the homework through WhatsApp. I want every one of you send the homework through WhatsApp. All 50 accounts, whatever the list you are doing, take a snapshot and send it to me. So this is your homework for the day. This is your homework for the day. So please make it a point. You have to list down all the accounts, 50 accounts minimum. More than that you can do, definitely no problem. 50 accounts minimum. 50 accounts you have to write. You should give the nature. You should tell me whether they have debit balance or credit balance. Increase or decrease, if you add, well and good, no problem. If you want to further prove it, want to further practice it, write whether increase and decrease also. Make 5 columns, write it. So proper notes ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರಿಬೇಕು. This is your homework. Do it with seriousness. Sir, accounts ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಸಿಗ್ತದೆ? ಒಂದು business ತಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. You may run a hotel business, you may run a furniture business, you may run a computer business, you may run a chartered accountant office, you may run a company secretary office, you may be a cutlery shop, you may be a stationery shop. Anything you take, think about it. See what are possible accounts you can list down. On the business account ಆದ ನಂತರ ಏನೆಲ್ಲ possible accounts ಸಾಧ್ಯ ಇದೆ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ, ಅದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲವನ್ನು ಲಿಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ. By doing this, it will improve so much. This will improve your accounting skill a lot. Sometimes difficulty will be there. You will face some difficulties. Struggle with it. If you have more doubt, please do come back. Please do come and ask me. Okay. So this is your homework for the day. I expect each one of you to do. I have here 140 plus around 150, 160 students are there. All 160 students are expected to submit this. Okay. So any doubts in today's discussion? We have 2 more minutes for closing the session. Do you have any doubts in today's discussion? Right from the depreciation, we computed the depreciation, we computed the amount of depreciation, rate of depreciation. I have not touched the method. Method will be done tomorrow. Accounting part I was doing. So accounting part, basic accounting part we have done. Okay. Those who could not hear, go back to this one. Your YouTube. It is available in YouTube. Anytime you can watch it. Same thing is there in the YouTube. All the previous classes are already there. You can just go and see there. So we can have a clarity on this. Okay. Okay. I hope that is done for the day. Thank you. Take care. Have a good day.
Good morning, everyone. Just need your confirmation whether you are able to hear me, whether you are able to see me. Any one of you, please. Clear, India? Okay, great. Yes, thank you so much. Fan voice coming up. Okay, it's sharp 9:55, so we shall begin. Right. Good. Very good morning, everyone. Hope you had a great Sunday, and let's all gear up for the new week which is going to come. And I'm sure it will be a great week for all of you, with a lot of learning, with a lot of new things will happen, with a lot of positive environment, and I'm very sure the things will go pretty fine as expected for all of you. I wish the same for all of you. So Monday morning motivation, as you know that I said you that every day we will learn something very new, which can be game changing in your personal life or professional life overall. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಒಳ್ಳೆಯದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ. If you remember, we started off with a small exercise called as power of visualization, and we started with a small exercise called understanding SWOC, SWOC, strength, weakness, opportunities, and challenges. ಅದನ್ನು ತುಂಬಾ ಜನ ಅದನ್ನ ಅಟೆಂಪ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ, and most of them said that I have realized I never knew that these were the qualities that I have. So ಎಲ್ಲ ಬರ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀರಿ, and you have all sent me the snapshots. It is so happy to hear, and so happy to know the dedication and commitment that everything you take it so seriously. So for those who have written SWOC of yours, make sure that you very keenly focus on your strength. ಅದನ್ನ ಯಾವತ್ತೂ ಕಳ್ಕೋಬೇಡಿ. ಸ್ಟ್ರೆಂತ್ ಇನ್ನೂ ಆಡ್ ಅಪ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಹೋಗಬೇಕು. ವೀಕ್ನೆಸಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಕಾಲಮ್ಗಳು ಬರ್ದಿದ್ದೀರಿ ಅದು ಆದಷ್ಟು ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಹೋಗಬೇಕು. ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಫೋಕಸಿಂಗ್ ಆನ್ ಯುವರ್ ವೀಕ್ನೆಸಸ್, and slowly I'm very sure that when you keep on updating this on a regular basis, you will understand that that you have you have experienced some drastic changes in you, and positive changes, some great transformation within you, which is very, very important. So one was that. After that, power of forgiveness anta ನಾನು ಮೊನ್ನೆ ಒಂದು ವೀಕೆಂಡಿಗೆ ಹೇಳಿದೆ, wherein delete the word called as revenge from your dictionary. Kindly delete that word called as revenge from your dictionary, and try to forgive whoever comes in your way in your personal life or in your professional life. For the reason is that very simple, because you have better things to do, you have clear goals, you have a clear objective, and you don't want to spend time in all these negative things, or any people that come in your way to hamper or distract or obstruct your the path. So what you will just do is you will do a lot of forgiving, and you will delete the word called as revenge, and things will go on very smooth. And the power of forgiveness is something very brilliant and very, very incredible. It is in the long run, it gives you amazing results of yours. It will give you a kind of a great attitudinal benefit when compared to others. So today what we are going to learn one thing is, you all know this, not that nothing ಹೊಸತ್ತೇನ ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ ನೀವು, but the word, I mean the thing that we discuss, you'll be able to take it very seriously. You'll be able to apply that in your life. ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಕೇಳಿರ್ತೀರಿ, ಬಟ್ ಸೀರಿಯಸ್ ಆಗಿ ಮಾಡಿ ಅಂತ ನನ್ನ ಕಡೆಯಿಂದ ಒಂದು ಪುಷ್ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. See, all these I have been doing it from the past. The self experience is what I am sharing it to all of you. Okay, ಒಂದು gratitude. So today's word that you're gonna Monday morning motivation, capital letters will ಬರ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, gratitude. Have the gratitude to everyone and anyone that has contributed anything and everything in your life. Have a gratitude to your parents first for all the struggle that they have done for you. I hope you all agree with me. Have the gratitude for first thing to your parents for all the wonderful thing that they have done to you. Have the gratitude towards that one friend who has always been with you in your all ups and downs. Have a gratitude towards that one teacher or any teacher who has contributed to positivity, who has led to kind of positivity in your life, right? Have gratitude for the God for what we have today. Despite of the horrible situation which is happening, We are here today. We are alive. Okay, we are alive. We are seeing the days. Have gratitude for the God. Have gratitude for the parents. Have gratitude for your friends. And have gratitude for teacher. Everyone who has contributed something or the other in your life. Okay, maintain this. You should have this like in your lifetime also. Nade ಕೆಲಸ ಸೇರಿದ ಮೇಲೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಬಾಸ್ ನಿಮಗೆ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಆಗ್ಬೋದು, ಕೊಲೀಗ್ಸ್ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಆಗ್ಬೋದು. Gratitude is one of the finest attitude or the finest mannerism that every student should have or every individual should have, and it's the right time and the right age to possess all these very very life changing skills. ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಯಾಕೆ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಸ್ಕೂಲಲ್ಲೂ ಹೇಳಾಗಿದೆ ಸಣ್ಣ ಮಕ್ಕಳು ಅಂತ ನೀವು ಅನ್ಸ್ಕೊಳ್ಬಹುದು. ಬಟ್ ಐ ಆಮ್ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಮೇಕಿಂಗ್ ಯು ಅದೇನು ಕೇಳಿರ್ತೀರಿ ಸ್ಕೂಲಲ್ಲಿ, ಐಮ್ ಟ್ರೈಂಗ್ ಟು ಪುಷ್ ಇಟ್ ಅಪ್ ನೌ. ಐಮ್ ರಿಯಲಿ ಟ್ರೈಂಗ್ ಟು push it up so that you take these things very seriously and get along well. And these are all the game changing. You will be known for these things, I'll tell you one day. You will be recognized for these qualities that you will have one day when you start taking the small things very seriously. I always believe in life that small things have a greater impact in life. Small things have a greater impact in life. Okay, ಸಣ್ಣ ವಿಷಯಕ್ಕೂ impact ಗಳು ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ it's a responsibility of all of us to give importance to everything, even of the minute thing. Okay, understood? Good to go? Yes, silent agobitri. Are we good to go? Hope you are able to understand what I said, and hope you will accept it what I said, and hope you will start implementing it. Excellent. Yes, super. So with this Monday morning motivation, let's get into what we are supposed to do quickly. In the last ಒಂದು ಎರಡು ದಿನ ನನಗೆ ಒಂದು ಎರಡು ಮೆಸೇಜ್ಗಳು ಬರ್ತಾ ಇತ್ತು, ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ವಿಷನ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಒಂಚೂರು ರೀಬ್ರಷ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ. ಡೆಫಿನೆಟ್ಲಿ ಬಿಫೋರ್ ಐ ಗೋ ಟು ದ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್, ಇನ್ನೊಂದ್ಸಲ ವಿಷನ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಕ್ವಿಕ್ಲಿ ಒಂದ್ಸಲ ರೀಕ್ಯಾಪ್ ಮಾಡೋಣ, ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಪೀಪಲ್ ವಿಲ್ ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್. ಒಂದು ನಿಮಿಷ. ಸೊ ಪೀಪಲ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಏಬಲ್ ಟು ರಿಕಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ವಾಟ್ ವಾಸ್ ದ ಡಿಸ್ಕಷನ್ ಆಲ್ ಅಬೌಟ್. ಒಬ್ಬರು ಯಾರಾದ್ರೂ ಕನ್ಫರ್ಮ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ? ಸ್ಲೈಡ್ ಕಾಣ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ? ಕಾಣ್ತಿದ್ಯಾ? ಓಕೆ, ಸೂಪರ್, ಪರ್ಫೆಕ್ಟ್. ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ಸೋ ಮಚ್. ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು. ಲೆಟ್ಸ್ ಗೋ ಅಹೆಡ್. ಆಲ್ ರೈಟ್. ಇಂಟೆನ್ಷನ್ ಥ್ರೂ ವಿಷನ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಮಿಷನ್ ಅಂತ ನಾನು ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೆ. ಸೊ ಇಂಟೆನ್ಷನ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಇಂಟೆಂಟ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಯಾಕೋಸ್ಕರ ನಾವು ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ. ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಯುವರ್ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಡೆಫಿನಿಷನ್. ಮುಂದಿನ ಬರ್ತೀನಿ ನಾನು, ಮುಂದಿನ ಸ್ಲೈಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ತೀನಿ. ಸೊ ದರ್ ಆರ್ ಟೂ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ವಿಷನ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಮಿಷನ್. ವಿಷನ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇದರಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲ ಬರ್ದಿದ್ದೀನಿ, ಅದನ್ನ ನೋಡ್ಕೋಬೇಡಿ. Just understand what is that vision all about. Kan muchkondre what thing that you have to remember is vision is something which is long term. 20 years down the line. 20 years down the line ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು ಏನು ಇವತ್ತೊಂದು ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ, ಸಣ್ಣದೋ ಏನೋ, ಒಟ್ಟು ಯಾವ್ದು ನಾನು ಇವತ್ತು ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ, 20 ವರ್ಷದಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು ಯಾವ ರೀತಿಯ ಬೆಳವಣಿಗೆ ನಾನು ಕಾಣ್ತೀನಿ, that is my vision, right? So that stands for my ultimate vision. Minimum 20-30 years down the line, I want to be a world class education center. I want to be this, I want to be that, I want to be excellent in customer services, clientele services, anything. I want to be the best in the technology. The vision. This vision statement is prepared by top management. We all discussed about it. The vision and mission statement is prepared by the top management. We discussed about that. And the execution part of it happens from the middle level and the lower level, right? Execution, adana ಏನು implementation ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕಿರುತ್ತೆ, that happens in the middle level and the ಲೋವರ್ ಲೆವೆಲ್. ಟಾಪ್ ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅವ್ರು ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಆ ಟೈಮಲ್ಲಿ ಕಂಟ್ರೋಲ್ ಮೆಕ್ಯಾನಿಸಮ್ ಮೂಲಕದಲ್ಲಿ ಅವರು ಮಾನಿಟರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಇವ್ರು ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇದಾರಾ ಇಲ್ವಾ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಮಾನಿಟರ್ ಮಾಡೋ ಜವಾಬ್ದಾರಿ ಯಾರ್ದಿರುತ್ತೆ? ಟಾಪ್ ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅವ್ರದ್ದು ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಐ ಗಿವ್ ಯು ಅ ಕ್ಲಾಸಿಕ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಆಫ್ ವಿಪ್ರೋದವರು ಒಂದು ವಿಷನ್ ಅನ್ನ ಅಥವಾ ಮಿಷನ್ ಅನ್ನ ಸೆಟ್ ಮಾಡುವ ಮೊದಲು ಎಂಪ್ಲಾಯೀಸ್, ಎಲ್ಲ ಎಂಪ್ಲಾಯೀಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಒಂದು ಸಿಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಟಾಪ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಎಂಪ್ಲಾಯೀಸ್ ಯಾರು ಫ್ರಂಟ್ ರನ್ನರ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ, ಆ ಫ್ರಂಟ್ ರನ್ನರ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಕರೆದು ಒಂದು 3-4 ದಿನಗಳ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸಿವ್ ವರ್ಕ್ಶಾಪ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಆ ವರ್ಕ್ಶಾಪ್ ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಎಂಪ್ಲಾಯೀಸ್ ಗಳ ಸ್ಟ್ರೆಂತ್ ವೀಕ್ನೆಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ದೆನ್ ದೇ ವಿಲ್ ಐಡೆಂಟಿಫೈ ವಾಟ್ ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ದ ವಿಷನ್, ವಾಟ್ ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ದ ಮಿಷನ್. This is the right approach. ಯಾಕಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ you all agreed that day that it is the responsibility of the employees to run it. ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ನಾವು AC ಕ್ಯಾಬಿನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂತ್ಕೊಂಡು I cannot just write my vision in 5 minutes. No, it is definitely not writing about one line. ನೀವು ನೋಡಿರ್ಬೋದು ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಕಂಪನಿಗಳದ್ದು ವಿಷನ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಒಂದೇ ಲೈನ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಬಟ್ ಆ ಒಂದು ಲೈನ್ ಬರೀಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಅದ್ರ ಹಿಂದೆ ಆಗಿರುವಂತಹ ರಿಸರ್ಚ್ಗಳು ಇದೆ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಅಮೇಸಿಂಗ್. ಇನ್ ಡೀಪ್ ರಿಸರ್ಚ್ ಹೋಗಿತ್ತು, ಡೀಪ್ ರಿಸರ್ಚ್ ಹೋಗಿ ಮಾಡಿರುವಂತದ್ದು and it is very very important. ಓಕೆ, ಆ ವಿಷನ್ ಏನು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, ಆಸ್ ಐ ಸೆಡ್, ಲಾಂಗ್ ರನ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಏನನ್ನ ವಿಷನ್ ಅನ್ನ ಕಾಣಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಇಷ್ಟಪಡ್ತೇವೆ, 20 years ಡೌನ್ ದ ಲೈನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟಿವ್ ಅನ್ನ ಸೆಟ್ ಮಾಡುವಂಥದ್ದು, ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟಿವ್ ಅಂತ ಗೋಲ್ ಅನ್ನ ಸೆಟ್ ಮಾಡುವಂಥದ್ದಿಂದ ಲಾಂಗ್ ರನ್. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ವಿಷನ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್. ಸೊ ಎಸ್ಪೆಷಲಿ ಫಾರ್ ದೋಸ್ ಹೂ ಆಸ್ಕ್ಡ್ ಮಿ couple of questions regarding vision, I think you understood why vision statement is important. I also said you that vision can be changed at point of time. Sometimes, ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಅನ್ಕಂಟ್ರೋಲಬಲ್ ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಇಂದ, ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟರ್ನಲ್ ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಹಲವಾರು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟರ್ನಲ್ ಎನ್ವೈರನ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಹಲವಾರು ಬದಲಾವಣೆ ಆಗಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ sometimes there need to be a change, sometimes there need to be a shift, right? So that sometimes you have to do, and a slight modifications here and there. I'm not saying change, I'm saying altering. Sometimes you need to alter. It is definitely internal matters. Vision can be altered at any point of time. I also gave you an example of what is that Morocco industry, Marigo Industries in Chennai, where I said that everywhere in the hook and corner of the building there was written vision and mission. ಅವರ ಸ್ಕ್ರೀನ್ ಸೇವರ್ ಅಲ್ಲೂ ಅದೇ ಇತ್ತು, ಅವ್ರು ಕೂತ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋ ಚೇರ್ ಅಲ್ಲೂ ಅದೇ ಇತ್ತು. ದ ರೀಸನ್ ಇಸ್ ವೆರಿ ಸಿಂಪಲ್. ಎಂಪ್ಲಾಯೀಸ್ಗೆ ಏನೇ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡೋ ಮೊದಲು ಅವ್ರು ಏನ್ ಯೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, ದಿಸ್ ವರ್ಕ್ ವಾಟ್ ಐ ಆಮ್ ಡೂಯಿಂಗ್ ಟುಡೇ, ವೆದರ್ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಕಾಂಟ್ರಿಬ್ಯೂಟಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಮೈ ಕಂಪನೀಸ್ ಮಿಷನ್ ಆರ್ ವಿಷನ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ, ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಸಮಥಿಂಗ್ ರಾಂಗ್ ಅಂತ ಲೆಕ್ಕ, ರೈಟ್? So that level of seriousness this vision, mission and statement has. So mission is something that which leads to the vision. Now a simple example kottidde, right? If we have one business has to achieve 100 crore turnovers in next 10 years, my target is ಈಗ let us say 1 ಕೋಟಿ ಟರ್ನ್ಓವರ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, ಆ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಗೆ 100 ಕೋಟಿ ಟರ್ನ್ಓವರ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು ಇನ್ನು 10 ವರ್ಷದಲ್ಲಿ. 100 ಕೋಟಿ ಟರ್ನ್ಓವರ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು, ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್, 10 ವರ್ಷ ಟೈಮ್ ಇದೆ. ಆ 10 ವರ್ಷದಲ್ಲಿ ಏನೆಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, that becomes your mission. I hope you are all with me. ಮಿಷನ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ small objective which achievement of all the mission leads to achievement of vision. I hope you understood it. I'll repeat it again. Attainment of all the mission will successfully leads to attainment of all the vision. All the vision alla vision ಒಂದೇ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, right? So mission is broken down into certain parts. ಒಂದೊಂದು ಅಚೀವ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಹೋದ್ರೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ನಾವು ವಿಷನ್ ಗೆ ಹುಡ್ತೀವಿ ಹೊರತು ಒಂದು ಮಿಸ್ ಆದ್ರೂ ಕೂಡ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ, right? Vision is like a clay. It can be altered into the right shape. Absolutely. The entire business is like a clay. Fantastic point, Kaushik. Entire business is like a clay. It can be altered in the shape that you want. It has to be in the proper shape. It has to be in a proper vibrancy mode so that to reach the desired vision and mission. All right. So hierarchy ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನಾನು ನಿಮಗೆ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೆ. Hierarchy, vision, mission already ಆಯ್ತು. Business definition, ಯಾಕೋಸ್ಕರ ನಾವು ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೀವಿ, ಅದು business definition, right? ತ್ರಿಷಾ ಬಂದಿದೆ, ಏನು? Education. So education becomes my business definition. Jio ಬಂದಿದೆ, ಏನು? Telecom. That is the business definition, right? Reliance, Big Bazaar ಬಂದಿದೆ. Big Bazaar, I hope you understood that very recent news is that Reliance is purchasing that group for 24,000 crores. Now Reliance retail market is also going to expand. So what is their purpose? Retail market ಅನ್ನು ರೀಚ್ ಮಾಡುವಂಥದ್ದು. Airtel ಬಂದಿದೆ, ಟೆಲಿಕಾಮ್ ಆಗುವಂಥದ್ದು, right? Access Bank ಇದೆ, ಬ್ಯಾಂಕಿಂಗ್ ಸರ್ವಿಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ಪ್ರೊವೈಡ್ ಮಾಡುವಂಥದ್ದು. That is their business definition. Business model ಅಂದ್ರೆ the way you do it. ನಾನು ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಯಾರೋ ಒಬ್ರು ರೈಟ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು, it's all about that style. It's all about that style, the way of doing the business. Access Bank ದು ಅದೇ business definition, ICICI Bank ದು ಅದೇ business definition. But where is the difference? Answer me. Where is the difference? Hey, if you take the Udupi example, Trisha College is also a college. Business definition is education. Purna Pragna College is also a college. The definition is again the education. The difference lies in the model. The difference lies in, as you rightly said, the style. How do you run it? That makes the difference in the market. And that style, that uniqueness is where others will click, where you can gain competitive advantage or core competency ಅಂತ ಎರಡು ವರ್ಡ್ ನ ಯಾವಾಗ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತಾನೆ, that may be possible to be different from others. I told you also one very interesting joke, but otherwise it's very serious. When I asked a question to Rahul Bajaj, he said, when I asked him why Kingfisher failed because he didn't have any business model, he had only models, right? Luxury. Podಕೊಂಡು ಹೋದ್ರು, ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್. ಅವನು ಇದ್ದಾಗ ಮಾತ್ರ he was a king, no doubt about it, king of good times ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. But what happened after that? He was not able to sustain, right? He was not at all able to sustain it. So that's where he fumbled and the rest is history. You all know it. Goals and objectives ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ಸೊ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಮೈನ್ಯೂಟ್ ಆಗಿ ವಿಷನ್ ಅಂತ 10-20 ವರ್ಷದಲ್ಲ, ಬಟ್ ದೇ ಕೀಪ್ ಇಟ್ ಫಾರ್ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ 5 years, ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ 1 year, ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ 2 years. ಅದೇ ರೀತಿ ಗೋಲ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟಿವ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಇಡ್ತಾರೆ, ರೈಟ್? ಸೊ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ಸ್ ದಿ ವಿಷನ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಇಟ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಮಿಷನ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಇಟ್. Any doubt so far? ಏನಾದ್ರು ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಕೇಳಲಿಕ್ಕಿದೆಯಾ before I go to types of strategies? Especially those students who have requested me to rebrush on vision statement once again. I hope you have agreed. I hope you have understood. Any questions? Different between goals and vision. Different between goals and vision is the same. Same ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಸೇಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಸಿಮಿಲರ್. ಸೇಮ್ ನಾಟ್ ಬಿ ದ ರೈಟ್ ಆನ್ಸರ್. ಸಿಮಿಲರ್. ವಿಷನ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಒಂದು 20 ವರ್ಷದ ಮೇಲೆ ನಾವು ನೋಡ್ತೀವಿ ಆಸ್ ಅ ಹೋಲ್. ಗೋಲ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ಹೇಳಿದಾಗ ನಾವು ಕಮ್ ಡೌನ್ ಟು ಇಯರ್ಲಿ ವೈಸ್ ಗೋಲ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ಹಾಕೊಳ್ಬಹುದು, ಇಯರ್ಲಿ ವೈಸ್, ಮಂತ್ಲಿ ವೈಸ್ ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟಿವ್ಸ್ ಗಳನ್ನ ಹಾಕ್ಬೋದು, ರೈಟ್? ಸೊ ವಿಷನ್ ಅನ್ನ ಫರ್ದರ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಬಿ ಬ್ರೋಕನ್ ಡೌನ್ ಇನ್ ಟು ಅಚೀವ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಗೋಲ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ವಿಷನ್ಸ್, right? It's identical, it's very similar. The concepts are quite similar, but then otherwise it's for a business usually it's called as vision and mission. For individuals we call it as goals and objectives. If I am going to set something called as in 10 ವರ್ಷದಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು ಏನು ಆಗಬೇಕು, that's not a vision for me, that's become my goal, right? So usually it's a business terminologies. Good. Okay, how goals are altered? Definitely goals can be altered. See, Nano, when I was doing my MBA, I thought I'll get into the banking field. Then I worked in the banking field. 5 years I found that there is no growth. I'm not enjoying the job. I altered my goals. No problem at all. Goals can be altered. It's all about reaching to what you want. It's all about doing what you like. Finally, it's all about doing what you like. If vision is planned today, what is the expiry date of it? A very interesting question. See, there is nothing called as expiry. That Punjabi guy had a vision to get into that. Expiry ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಮುಗಿತು, ಅವನು ಹೋಗಿ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಸೇಲ್ ಮಾಡಿ 2,500 ಕೋಟಿ ಪಾಕೆಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡ. That becomes the end of it. But there is nothing called as expiry. For example, Reliance Group has achieved everything that they want. Tata Group has achieved everything they want. So that means they are done with it. Close ಮಾಡಿ ಹೋಗ್ತಾರಾ? ಇಲ್ಲ. It goes on, right? There is nothing called as expiry in business. ಅಕೌಂಟಿಂಗ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ವರ್ಡ್ ಇದೆ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಏನಂತಾರೆ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಕನ್ಸರ್ನ್ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ. ಯಾವುದೇ ಒಂದು ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಏಕಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಅದು ಮುಂದೆ ಹೋಗ್ಲೇಬೇಕಂತ ಹೇಳಿ. ಸೊ ದೇರ್ ಇಸ್ ನಥಿಂಗ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೈರಿ ಆಫ್ ಇಟ್. ಇಟ್ ಗೋಸ್ ಆನ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಆನ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಆನ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಆನ್. ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ದ ಮಿಷನ್ ಬಿ ಆಲ್ಟರ್ಡ್ ಟು ಅಚೀವ್ ದ ವಿಷನ್? ಡೆಫಿನೆಟ್ಲಿ, ಅಬ್ಸಲ್ಯೂಟ್ಲಿ. ಇಫ್ ಯು ಫೀಲ್ ದಟ್ ಮಿಷನ್ ಇಸ್ ನಾಟ್, ಮಿಷನ್ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ವಿಷನ್ ಕಡೆಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ತಾನೆ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಇಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಟು ಬಿ ಆಲ್ಟರ್ಡ್. ಒಳ್ಳೆದಾಯ್ತು ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಕೇಳಿದ್ದು ಯಾರದು? ನಿಖಿಲೇಶ್ ಕುಮಾರ್. ವೆರಿ ಗುಡ್ ಕ್ವೆಶನ್. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಸಿ, ವಿಷನ್ ಅನ್ನ ಆಲ್ಟರ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಬಹಳ ಕಡಿಮೆ, ಬಟ್ ಮಿಷನ್ ಅನ್ನ ಆಲ್ಟರ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ವೆರಿ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್. ಈಗ ಆ ವಿಷನ್ ಏನು ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ, ನೀವು ವಿಷನ್ ನೀವು ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲದೆ ಇದ್ರೆ ನೀವು ಅದು ಹೋಗ್ತಾನೆ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಡೆಫಿನೆಟ್ಲಿ ಐ ಸೇ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಗೋ ಟು ಗೋವಾ, ಯು ಆರ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಮ್ಯಾಂಗ್ಳೂರ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್. ಸೊ ಡೆಫಿನೆಟ್ಲಿ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮಿಷನ್ ಅನ್ನು ಆಲ್ಟರ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಯೂ ಟರ್ನ್ ತೆಗೆದು ಹೊರಲೇಬೇಕು ವಾಪಸ್, ರೈಟ್? ಮಿಷನ್ ಮೇಲೆ ನಿಮ್ ಕಣ್ಣು ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕು, ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಮಿಷನ್ ರೀಚ್ ಆದ್ರೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ನೀವು ವಿಷನ್ ರೀಚ್ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕಾಗತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಮಿಷನ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಮಾನಿಟರಿಂಗ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಎಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲಿ ಆಲ್ಟರ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡ್ಲೇಬೇಕು. ವೆರಿ ಗುಡ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ನಿಖಿಲೇಶ್. ಕೀಪ್ ಇಟ್ ಅಪ್. ದಟ್ಸ್ ವೆರಿ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ದಟ್ ಯು ಮಾನಿಟರ್ ಯುವರ್ ಮಿಷನ್ ಕ್ವೈಟ್ ಫ್ರೀಕ್ವೆಂಟ್ಲಿ, ಅಂಡ್ ಇಫ್ ಯು ಫೈಂಡ್ ಔಟ್ ದಟ್ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಲೀಡಿಂಗ್ ಟುವರ್ಡ್ಸ್ ದ ವಿಷನ್, ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಹೈ ಟೈಮ್ ದಟ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಆಲ್ಟರ್ ಇಟ್ ಆರ್ ಫುಲ್ಲಿ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಇಟ್. ಅದು ಮಿಷನ್ ಡಿಲೀಟ್ ಮಾಡಿಬಿಟ್ಟು ಹೊಸ ಮಿಷನ್ ಗಳನ್ನ ಹಾಕಿ ಮೋರ್ ಫೋಕಸ್ಡ್ ಆಗಿರುವಂತದ್ದು ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ರಿಕ್ವೈರ್ಮೆಂಟ್. ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಫಾರ್ ಅಚೀವಿಂಗ್ ಪರ್ಪಸ್, or there is any other purpose behind that. Vision is only important for achieving the purpose. There is absolutely no other purpose. There is absolutely no other purpose. The purpose is very clear over there. ನೀವು ಹಾಕಿದ್ದೀರಿ for achieving that purpose. ಯಾರೇ ಒಂದು ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಯಾಕೆ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ? ಈಗ ನೀವೇ ಇವಾಗ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಕೂತ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀರಿ, ತುಂಬಾ ಜನ CA ಕೂತ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀರಿ. ಯುವರ್ ವಿಷನ್ ಇಸ್ ವೆರಿ ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್. ದೇರ್ ಇಸ್ ನೋ ಅದರ್ ಹಿಡನ್ ಎಜೆಂಡಾ ದೇರ್. ಅದು ಯಾವಾಗ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಆ ವಿಷನ್ ಅನ್ನ ನಾವು ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದನ್ನ ಅಚೀವ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ಕಾಗದಿದ್ದಾಗ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಹೊರತು ಬೇರೆ ಏನು ಪರ್ಪಸ್ ಇರೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಇದು ಟಫ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್. ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ರೈಟ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್. ವಿಚ್ ಇಸ್ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್, ವಿಷನ್ ಆರ್ ಮಿಷನ್? ಇದು ರಾಂಗ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್. ಇದು ಕ್ವಶನ್ ತಪ್ಪು. ಎರಡು ಬೇಕು, ಎರಡು ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಯಾವುದು ಅಂತಲ್ಲ. ವಿಷನ್ ಬೇಕೇ ಬೇಕು. ಯಾಕಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಯಾವುದೇ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಮುಂದೆ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಗುರಿ ಇಲ್ದಿದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಎಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲೋ ಹೋಗ್ತೀವಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ವಿಷನ್ ಇಸ್ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್, ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್. ಮಿಷನ್ ಯಾಕೆ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟು? ಈ ಮಿಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ಗುರಿ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡಿರೋದು ಒಂದು, ಹೋಗ್ತಿರೋದು ಒಂದ್ ಕಡೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ದೆನ್ ಯು ವಿಲ್ ನಾಟ್ ರೀಚ್ ಯುವರ್ ವಿಷನ್, ರೈಟ್? ಸೊ ಬೋತ್ ಆರ್ ಈಕ್ವಲಿ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್. ದಟ್ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಏನಂತಾರೆ, ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸಿಂಗ್ ಇರಲೇಬೇಕು. ಎರಡೂ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಯು ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಪಾತ್ಲೆಸ್. ಯು ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಅಬ್ಸಲ್ಯೂಟ್ಲಿ ಪಾತ್ಲೆಸ್. ಮಿಷನ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ಪಾರ್ಟ್, ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್, ಇಸ್ ಅ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ವಿಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲ. ಮಿಷನ್ ಲೀಡ್ಸ್ ಟು ವಿಷನ್ ಅಂತ, ರೈಟ್? ಮಿಷನ್ ಲೀಡ್ಸ್ ಟು ಯುವರ್ ಅಚೀವ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ವಿಷನ್. ತುಂಬಾ ಕನ್ಫ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಆಗ್ಕೊಡ್ಬೇಕು, ರೈಟ್? Good that you are raising such questions, but otherwise it's very evident that it should have, any company, small, medium or large, should have both of it. Vision, one mission. Vision is a long term, and mission is something that leads to your achievement of vision, right? So there is nothing like which is important. Absolutely. If there is no vision, there is no mission. If there is no mission, there is no vision. Very fantastically said, right? Absolutely. ಎರಡು ಬೇಕೇ ಬೇಕು. Two sides of the same coin ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. Absolutely. Right? It's all in you how you spin it. It's all in you how you spin it. But what I'm saying is, there will be a lot of monitoring. ತುಂಬಾ ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ ಆಗಿ ಮಾನಿಟರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ, ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ ಆಗಿ ಕಂಟ್ರೋಲ್ ಮೆಕ್ಯಾನಿಸಮ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರಬೇಕು. Otherwise, it becomes very, very difficult. Okay. All right. ಹೋಗುವ, ಮುಂದೆ ಹೋಗುವ. Too much of discussion we had on vision and mission. Can we go ahead? ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಎರಡು ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಇದೆ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಟೈಪ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಟಜೀಸ್, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಈ ಮೂರು ಬಂತು: ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಟಜಿ, ಆಪರೇಷನ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಟಜಿ, ಮತ್ತೆ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್. ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಯಾವ್ದು ಜನರಿಕ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಟಜೀಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಮೈಕಲ್ ಪೋರ್ಟರ್ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಟಜೀಸ್ ಇದೆ, ಅದನ್ನು ಮುಗಿಸಿದ್ರೆ ಆಯ್ತದೆ, ಈ ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ ಮುಗೀತು. ಸೊ ಶಾಲ್ ವಿ ಗೋ ಹೆಡ್? ಎಸ್, ಫ್ಯಾಂಟಾಸ್ಟಿಕ್. ಆಲ್ ರೈಟ್. ಟೈಪ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಟಜಿ. ಟೆಲ್ ಒನ್ ಸ್ಟೋರಿ. Monday morning story. Okay, we will see whether if I get any one story, definitely I will tell. Okay, mark this as important. ಈ ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ ತುಂಬಾ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಇದೆ. ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ನಿಮಗೆ ನಾನು ಎರಡು ಹೇಳಿದ್ವಿ. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಒಂದು ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಸ್ಕೋಪ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಹೈರಾರ್ಕಿ ಒಂದು ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೆ. ಈಗ ಇದೊಂದು ಟೈಪ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಟಜೀಸ್, ಪಾಸಿಬಲಿ ಫಾರ್ 8 to 10 ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್, ಅಥವಾ ಖಾಲಿ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಟಜಿ 5 ಮಾರ್ಕಿಗೆ ಕೇಳಬಹುದು, ಖಾಲಿ ಆಪರೇಷನಲ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಟಜಿ 5 ಮಾರ್ಕಿಗೆ ಕೇಳಬಹುದು, ಅಥವಾ ಖಾಲಿ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಟಜಿ 5 ಮಾರ್ಕಿಗೆ ಕೇಳಬಹುದು. ಸೊ ಪ್ಲೀಸ್ ಮಾರ್ಕ್ ದಿಸ್ as very, very important. Okay. Types of strategies. Within the domain of well-defined strategies, how much marks will come from this chapter? See, generally ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು 6 ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಈಕ್ವಲಿ ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿಬ್ಯೂಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. If you look at the last year's question paper and all, on average ಒಂದು 10 ರಿಂದ 15 ಮಾರ್ಕ್ ಒಂದು ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ಗೆ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ. Okay, so it's Mangalore University follows almost equal kind of distribution, mark distribution. All right, very, very important topic. Types of strategies. Within the domain of well-defined strategies, there are uniquely different types of strategies. So they are called as business strategy, operational strategy, transformational strategy. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಬರೀ ಮೆಟೀರಿಯಲ್ PPT ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು. ಒಂದು ನಿಮಿಷ. ಸಿ, ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್ ನೀವು ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಕೇಳಬೇಕು. Now that you have asked, yes, welcome back. Yeah, group is being created now. Actually, they are doing it college wise. ಮೊದಲು ನಾವು ಎಲ್ಲರನ್ನು ಒಂದೇ ಇದರ ಹಾಕುವ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ. ಯಾರಿಗೂ ಗೊತ್ತು, it's not right or wrong, whether we don't know. So better we thought we will do it college wise. We have so many affiliated colleges of respective Bangalore University you all belong to. ಅದರಲ್ಲೇ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಹಾಕ್ತೀವಿ. ಲಿಂಕ್ ನಾನು ಈಗಲೇ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಎಂಡ್ ಆಗುವಾಗ ನಂದು ಲಿಂಕ್ ಕಳಿಸ್ತೀನಿ, ವೇರ್ ಯು ವಿಲ್ be able to access my PPT and my material for this chapter. So don't worry. But today everything else also will be sorted out. Okay, thank you. Now don't ask anything question on that. Last week kedwa. Iga come to the subject. First one, business strategy. Okay, business definition andre ಏನು? Yes, business definition andre ಏನು? ಈಗ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೆ 2 ನಿಮಿಷದ ಕೆಳಗೆ. ಬೇಗ business definition. A going concern ಅಲ್ಲ. Business definition. Style of doing it's a business modeling, business model. Geo and telecom, Trisha and education, purpose. Fantastic, right? I was looking for that answer. The whole purpose that why the business is here, right? So adu mukyavagi alli now, yes, type of business in, yeah, retail education, purpose of doing business, perfect, right answers. Okay, it is primarily concerned with how a company will approach the marketplace, where to play and how to win. ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಂತ ಗೊತ್ತು, ನಾವು ಅದನ್ನ ಹಿಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಂತ ಗೊತ್ತಿರುವಾಗ ಹೌ ಟು ಅಪ್ರೋಚ್ ದ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆಗಳನ್ನು ಕೇಳ್ತೇವೆ. ಯಾವುದೇ ಒಂದು ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ನಾವು ಹಾಕೋ ಮೊದಲು ತುಂಬಾ ಜನ ಇವತ್ತು ಯಾವತ್ತೂ ನಮ್ಮೊಂದೊಬ್ರು ಕೇಳಿದ್ರು, ಒಬ್ರು ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು ನನಗೆ, ಐ ರಿಮೆಂಬರ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಚಾಟ್ ಬಾಕ್ಸ್, ಸರ್ ಎಷ್ಟೆಲ್ಲ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಟಜಿ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ಕೆಲವರು ಯಾಕೆ ಫೇಲ್ ಆಗ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂತೇಳಿ. I have done lot of research on certain companies which have failed. Small companies, local level alli, Udupi district level alli, India level, national level alli ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಕಂಪನಿ. ಫೈನಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲಾ ರಿಸರ್ಚ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ, ಎಲ್ಲಾ ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಒಂದು ಕಾಮನ್ ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಎಲ್ಲಾ ಫೇಲ್ಡ್ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇತ್ತಂದ್ರೆ ಏನಿರ್ಬೋದು ಹೇಳಿ, ನೀವು ಹೇಳಿ ನೋಡುವ. ವೈ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಫೇಲ್? ಇದೊಂದು ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಕೇಳ್ತೀನಿ, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಏನಿರುತ್ತೆ? ವೈ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಫೇಲ್? If possible, try to answer it. Failed to plan, strategy, proper strategy was not properly formulated because of loss. Ade loss andre yaak loss aitu anta kelta ideni, because of loss alla. Why that loss happened? They don't respond to ayyo one nimisha, you hyperactive. They're trying to copy others. adon olle point checkite. They're trying to copy others. No clear purpose, no vision, okay, fail to satisfy public. Fantastic adrದು ಪ್ರಜ್ವಲ್ ಆ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಅನ್ನು ನೋಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ, they trying to copy others ಅನ್ನು ನೋಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. No proper marketing. I'm looking at one answer. ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್, ತಪ್ಪಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. Don't have business model, uncertainty, leadership failure ಅದೇ ಅರ್ದು ಕುಲಾಲ್. Okay, superb. Leadership failure, very good. Modern tactics, very good. Ineffective leadership, fine. They did not complement correct strategy, business model, there is no cooperation, less comparative than others, all that is fine. Either bantu, right point has come. Yes, Sakshi, fantastic, you have hit the bullseye. I will tell that point later on. Sakshi, fantastic point. Motivation, war between the two partners, okay, that's fine. They were not unique, they cannot be requirement, okay. When they couldn't approach the market, no proper planning, they are not unique, fine. Yellow pata hakidre, fantastic. I'm very happy to see such a vibrant and hyperactive team. Kushiyagi point nanige, I was looking for that one answer, goes to Sakshi, fantastic point. That is market survey. Otherwise in a business world alli ಏನು ಕರೀತಾರೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ lack of market research. ಪೇಪರ್ ಪೆನ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ಪಟ್ಟ ಬರ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಸೈಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. Why business fail? The major reason why people fail is because they conduct minimum market research. Market research ಯಾವಾಗ they did not study custom. Perfect. ಅದೇ ಯಾರದು ಅಹಮದ್ ಅರಾಫತ್. ಪರ್ಫೆಕ್ಟ್. ನೋಡಿ ನೀವೆಲ್ಲ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಮೋಟಿವೇಶನ್, ಲೀಡರ್ಶಿಪ್ ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಯಾವಾಗ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಹೇಳಿ? ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆದ ಮೇಲೆ, ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಆಗುವಂಥದ್ದು. ಬಟ್ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡುವ ಮೊದಲೇನೆ ನೀವೊಂದು ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಮ್ಯಾಂಡೇಟರಿ ಕೆಲಸಗಳನ್ನ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ವಿತ್ ದಿ market survey, or I call it as market research, as rightly said, that the taste and preferences of the customer. ಇದೇ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲದೆ ಇದ್ರೆ ನೀವು ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗ್ತೀರಿ, ಯಾವ ಪ್ಲೇಸಿಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ತೀರಿ? ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ರಿಸರ್ಚ್ ಮಾಡೋದಲ್ಲ, ಅದರ ಮೊದಲೇ ರಿಸರ್ಚ್ ಮಾಡುವಂಥದ್ದು. ದ ಕ್ಲಾಸಿಕ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಐ ಗೇವ್ ಯು ಈಸ್ ಆಫ್ ರೆಡ್ ಬುಲ್, who sold that particular Red Bull can without thinking what is that color differences will have an impact on the Chinese customer. Agata illa, right? Now I'll tell you another two incident with a super flop story. Super duper flop. ನೀವೆಲ್ಲ ಹೇಳ್ತೀರಿ ಸಣ್ಣ ಕಂಪನಿ ಮಾತ್ರ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರಿ ಅವತ್ತು, ಸಣ್ಣ ಕಂಪನಿಗಳು ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಟಜಿ ಫೇಲ್. ದೊಡ್ಡ ಕಂಪನಿ, ರೆಡ್ ಬುಲ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ದೊಡ್ಡ ಕಂಪನಿ, ಅದು ಬಿಡಿ, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಯ್ತು, ಕೈ ಸುಟ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರು. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಅಫ್ಕೋರ್ಸ್ then they came back and changed the color, and Red Bull is doing very well. There was one car company in US, modlu tumba haledidu, I forgot the name of the car, they're not the recent ones. They are super duper hit globally. ಈಗಿಲ್ಲ, ದೇ ಆರ್ ಸೂಪರ್ ಡೂಪರ್ ಹಿಟ್ ಗ್ಲೋಬಲಿ. ಆ ಟೈಮಲ್ಲಿ ದೇ ಲಾಂಚ್ ದಟ್ ಕಾರ್ ಇನ್ ಸೌತ್ ಆಫ್ರಿಕಾ. ಸೂಪರ್ ಡೂಪರ್ ಫ್ಲಾಪ್ ಶೋ. Super duper flop show. There was absolutely limited sales of the car. ಶಾಕ್. ಎಲ್ಲಾ ಕಂಟ್ರಿಗಳಲ್ಲೂ ಇಷ್ಟು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಓಡ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ನಾಳೆ ನಾನು ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ ಯಾವ ಕಾರ್ ಕಂಪನಿ ಅಂತ. ಎಲ್ಲಾ ಕಂಟ್ರಿಗಳು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, ಯಾಕೆ ಆಫ್ರಿಕಾದಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ? When they did that research to find out why it is a failure in South Africa, they came to know that the name of the car company ನೇಮ್ ಏನಿದೆ, ಆ ಕಾರ್ ಇದು ಕಂಪನಿ ಅಥವಾ ಕಾರ್ ಮಾಡೆಲ್ ಇದು ನೇಮ್ ಏನಿದೆ, ಅದರ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಮೀನಿಂಗ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸೌತ್ ಆಫ್ರಿಕನ್ ಲ್ಯಾಂಗ್ವೇಜ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇಟ್ ಸೇಸ್ ಇಟ್ ನೆವರ್ ರನ್ಸ್. ಇದು ಓಡೋದೇ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ. ಕಮ್ ಆನ್, ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಯು ಸೆಲ್ ಅ ಕಾರ್ ವಿತ್ ಅ ನೇಮ್ ವಿಚ್ ಸೇಸ್ ದ ಮೀನಿಂಗ್ ಇದು ಓಡೋದಿಲ್ಲ? ಯಾರು ತಗೊಳ್ತಾರೆ, ರೈಟ್? ಸೊ that was a simple small blunder that led to the major downfall of that particular car company, right? Even Nano is a different story. We will come back to that one day. Nano is not right. So even the small research, ಏನಾಯ್ತು, ಒಂದು ಸರ್ವೆ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕೆ ಮರ್ತೋಯ್ತು ಅವರಿಗೆ ಇದರ ಮೀನಿಂಗ್ ಏನು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ, and they started selling the car which otherwise the meaning meant, what it is, it never runs. All right. Third one, Coca-Cola's another blunder in China. I don't know how many of you are aware, ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಕೋಕೋ-ಕೋಲಾ ಬಾಟಲ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಏನ್ ಬರ್ದಿರ್ತಾರೆ ಹೇಳಿ? ಏನ್ ಬರ್ದಿರ್ತಾರೆ ಕೋಕೋ-ಕೋಲಾ ಬಾಟಲ್ ಮೇಲೆ? ಕಂಪನಿ ಹೆಸರು ಏನ್ ಬರ್ದಿರ್ತಾರೆ ಹೇಳಿ? ವಾಟ್ ದೇ ವಿಲ್ ಟೆಲ್, ವಾಟ್ ದೇ ವಿಲ್ ರೈಟ್? ಇಂಡಿಯನ್ ಮಾರ್ಕೆಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನ್ ಬರ್ದಿರ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, ದೇ ವಿಲ್ ರೈಟ್ ಕೋಕಾ-ಕೋಲಾ ಫುಲ್ ಬರೀತಾರೆ, COCA-COLA. In some countries they don't write Coca-Cola, they write Coke. In US, in Australia, in Singapore, we also have Coke, but very limited bottles of Coke we have, but we have more of full, they write Coca-Cola. That's how the brand recognition, brand recognition ಒಂದು, brand awareness ಇನ್ನೊಂದು, and brand understanding of it which has gone to the subconscious mind of the people that this is it, right? ನಿಮ್ಮ ವಿಡಿಯೋಗಳನ್ನ ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ಅದು ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು. ಕೋಕಾ-ಕೋಲಾ ಅಂತ ಬರ್ದಿರ್ತಾರೆ. In China, they sold this Coke and with the name writing as COKE. Long back. ಕೋಕ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಚೈನಾಕ್ಕೆ ಬಿಟ್ಟಾಗ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟೋ ಫೇಲ್ ಆಗೋ ಚೈನಾದಲ್ಲೇ, ಅವರು ವಿಚಿತ್ರ ಕಂಟ್ರಿ ಅದು. ಕೋಕ್ ಅಂತ ಬರೆದು ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಚೈನಾದಲ್ಲಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಾಗ ಇಟ್ ವಾಸ್ ಅ ಸೂಪರ್ ಡೂಪರ್ ಫ್ಲಾಪ್ ಶೋ. ಯಾಕೆ ಅಂತ ನೋಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋದ್ರೆ, ದ ಮೀನಿಂಗ್ ಆಫ್ ಕೋಕ್, COKE, ದ ಮೀನಿಂಗ್ ಆಫ್ ಕೋಕ್ ಏನಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಚೈನೀಸ್ ಲ್ಯಾಂಗ್ವೇಜ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಅ ಫ್ರಾಗ್ಸ್, ಏನಂತಾರೆ, ಫ್ರಾಗ್ಸ್ ವೇಸ್ಟ್. ಫ್ರಾಗ್ಸ್ ಇದು ವೇಸ್ಟ್. Can you make Chinese people drink this, stating that the meaning of that is frogs waste, right? This is pathetic. And who will drink that? For a long time they didn't realize this mistake. They felt that in a relationship idu yako ಓಡ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ. Finally they realized the meaning itself is very pathetic, and they stopped. They record all the bottles and they started selling as Coca-Cola on the ಇಂಡಿಯಾದಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಗಿದೆ ಅದನ್ನೇ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೊಡಕ್ಕೆ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು. Sometimes ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಬ್ಲಂಡರ್ ಆಯ್ತು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, ಕಲ್ಚರಲ್ ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡಿಂಗ್. They eat frogs, they eat everything, but come on, they are not so pathetic that they eat something else waste also, right? So let's not get into that early in the morning, all that now. But yes, ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಬ್ಲಂಡರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, understanding the cultural impact and all this traditional impact of other countries. It is very, very important. It is very, very important as to what, which place you are entering into is very, very important. ಇದು ಯಾವಾಗ ಇಷ್ಟೆಲ್ಲ ಕತೆ ಯಾಕೆ ಹೇಳಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, ಅವ್ರು ಯಾರೋ ಒಬ್ರು ಹೆಸರು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ನನಗೆ, as she rightly put, market survey, which I call it as market research, ಅದು ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಮಾಡದೇ ಇದ್ರೆ ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಬ್ಲಂಡರ್ಗಳಾಗತ್ತೆ. So just now I told you 3 examples of Red Bull, Coca-Cola and a car company who are big companies making a small mistake and burning their fingers. Sakshi, correct. Sakshi in her words rightly said all the reason behind this failure. ಈ ಮೂರು ಅಲ್ಲದೇನೆ ನಾನ್ ನೋಡಿರುವಂತ ಎಷ್ಟೋ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಗಳು ಫೇಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಯಾಕಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಲ್ಯಾಕ್ ಆಫ್ ರಿಸರ್ಚ್. ಕಿಂಗ್ಫಿಶರ್ ಯಾಕೆ ಹೋಯ್ತು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದಟ್. ಕಿಂಗ್ಫಿಶರ್ ಫೇಲ್ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಲಕ್ಸುರಿ. Let me tell you, I was a die-hard fan of Kingfisher. Kingfisher story there is amazing. When they started in 2000, they were absolutely king. They had no other competitors. Yenta luxury adu. I still remember I used to travel a lot that time when I was in bank, and I used to only go by Kingfisher, nothing else. Affordable cost. I used to travel that time from Mangalore to Bangalore for about 750 rupees, 800 rupees, 1000 rupees. Amazing, yeah. Within 2 hours, you are there in Bangalore and vice versa also. And forget that, forget the travel time and all that. What a luxury. Kingfisher was the first airline which started the TV in the individual seat ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಟಿವಿ ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು. ಮೊದಲು ಏರ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾದವ್ರದಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಿತ್ತಂದ್ರೆ ಬಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ ಹಾಗೆ ಎದುರುಗಡೆ ಒಂದು ದೊಡ್ಡ ಟಿವಿ ಹಾಕ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು. He was the first one to put TV in the individual seat. Free food. He was the first one to start free food in the flight, and the free food was delivered from the star hotels. Okay, and ಇದನ್ನ ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು ಸೀಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೆಡ್ಫೋನ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು. ಅಂಡ್ ಎಂತ ಹೈಜೀನ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಆ ಹೆಡ್ಫೋನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇಡಕ್ಕಲ್ಲ, ಅದನ್ನ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ಮೇಲೆ ನೀವು ತಗೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಫ್ರೀ ಆಫ್ ಕಾಸ್ಟ್. ಈ ತರ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಸಸ್ಟೈನ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಲಕ್ಸುರಿ ಟು ದ ಕೋರ್. ಬೇರೆಯವರೆಲ್ಲ ನಡ್ಕಕ್ಕೆ ಶುರು ಆದ್ರು, ಬಟ್ ದೇ ಆಲ್ ನೋ ದಿಸ್ ಗೈ ವಿಲ್ ಫಾಲ್ ಒನ್ ಡೇ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಓವರ್ ಸ್ಪೆಂಡಿಂಗ್. Let's not talk about it. But this is fantastic case how we should not run a business. Kingfisher is it's all about having a business model. You just cannot go for a luxury and overspending, going beyond what. Okay, are you with me, guys? Able to understand? ಆದಷ್ಟು ನಾ ಸ್ಟೋರಿಗಳನ್ನು ಯಾಕೆ ಹೇಳೋದು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಇದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ, ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಯು ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಏಬಲ್ ಟು ರಿಲೇಟ್ ಇಟ್ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಎಸ್, ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು. ಸೊ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಟಜಿ, ಈಗ ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಲೆಟ್ ಅಸ್ ಸೇ ಮರ್ಸಿಡೀಸ್ ಅವರು ಒಂದು ಕಾರ್ ಬಿಡಬೇಕಾಯ್ತು. ಮರ್ಸಿಡೀಸ್ ಅವರು ಒಂದು ಬ್ರಾಂಚ್ ಉಡುಪಿಲಿ ಓಪನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂತ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಅಫ್ಕೋರ್ಸ್ ಉಡುಪಿಲಿ ಬ್ರಾಂಚ್ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಮಂಗಳೂರಲ್ಲಿದೆ. ಮರ್ಸಿಡೀಸ್ ಅವರು ಉಡುಪಿಲಿ ಬ್ರಾಂಚ್ ಓಪನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಬಿಫೋರ್ ಕಮಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಉಡುಪಿ, what is that percentage of population living above this particular class? ಎಷ್ಟಿದೆ for them? No. ತಪ್ಪು ಏನಾದರೂ ಬಂದ್ರು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ it is a flop. So that is where they fail to do a market research. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ? ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದವರು ಹಳ್ಳಿಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಮರ್ಸಿಡೀಸ್ ಸೇಲ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ಕಾಗತ್ತಾ? ಇಲ್ಲ. So all is Audi and Mercedes are there in Mangalore because Mangalore, considering the population, has definitely high standard classy people than the population which has in Udupi. ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಬಟ್ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಇಷ್ಟು ಇರೋದು ಸಾಕಾಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಇನ್ನು ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಮಾರ್ಕೆಟ್ ಬೇಕು ಅವರಿಗೆ. ಸೊ ಲಕ್ಸುರಿ ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟಿಗೆ ಸಮ್ಟೈಮ್ಸ್ ಉಡುಪಿ ಕೆನಾಟ್ ಬಿ ಅ ಗ್ರೇಟ್ ಮಾರ್ಕೆಟ್. ಸೊ ಅವ್ರೇನಾದ್ರು ತಪ್ಪಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮರ್ಸಿಡೀಸ್ ಅವ್ರ ಶೋರೂಮೇ ಇಲ್ಲ, ನಾಳೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾರೊಬ್ಬ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಮೆನ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಫ್ರಾಂಚೈಸಿ ತಗೊಳ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಹಾಕಿದ್ರೆ that can be one of the biggest blunder that he can do. Then he has to go to Mangalore and sell, which is impossible, and Kundapura and all, again it becomes a great mess for him to run the show, right? So it's all about the understanding the marketplace. ಮಾರ್ಕೆಟ್ ಹೇಗಿದೆ, ಕಸ್ಟಮರ್ಸ್ ಯಾರು, ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾರಾದರೂ ಕಾಂಪಿಟೇಟರ್ಸ್ ಇದಾರ, ಅವ್ರು ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ, ಎಲ್ಲ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು ಅತಿ ಮುಖ್ಯ. Answers the questions like which customer segment will we target? That is what I said now. If I want to come and sell Mercedes here, I cannot target some salaried people. I cannot target some a small businessman. I need to have all that, Which geographies will we cover, right? And what products and services we will bring into the market. Everything today, what ಇವತ್ತು ನೋಡಿ ಒಂದ್ ಹೇಳ್ತೇನೆ ನಿಮಗೆ, ನಮ್ಮ ಈ ಜನರೇಷನ್, ಇದು ಹೊಸ ಜನರೇಷನ್ ಕಸ್ಟಮರ್ಸ್ ಇದಾರಲ್ಲ, ದೇ ಡೋಂಟ್ ಬಾದರ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ಪ್ರೈಸ್. ಬಿ ಗೇಮ್ ಚೇಂಜಿಂಗ್ ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟರ್. ಈಗ 10 ವರ್ಷದ ಕೆಳಗೆ ಎಸ್, ಡು ಯು ಥಿಂಕ್ ಪ್ರೈಸ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಬಿ ಅ ಗೇಮ್ ಚೇಂಜಿಂಗ್ ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟರ್? ಈಗದ ವಿಷಯ, ಡು ಯು ಥಿಂಕ್ ಪ್ರೈಸ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಬಿ ಅ ಗೇಮ್ ಚೇಂಜಿಂಗ್ ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟರ್? ಅವನು ಆ ಕಾರು 1 ಲಕ್ಷ, ನಾನು 1 ಲಕ್ಷ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಮಾಡಿ ಸೆಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ, ಆಗತ್ತಾ? ಇಲ್ಲ. ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದಟ್ ಟುಡೇ ಪೀಪಲ್ ರಿಕ್ವೈರ್? ಟೆಲ್ ಮಿ, ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದಟ್ ಟುಡೇ ಪೀಪಲ್ ರಿಕ್ವೈರ್? ಐ ಡೋಂಟ್ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ದಟ್ price will make sense today. People are ready to invest more money provided they get, as you rightly said, perfect. Yaradu? They get the required quality, right? And the required services. This is what today they know, and they don't mind spending extra. ಮೊದಲಿನ ಕಾಲ ಮುಗೀತದು, ನಿಮ್ದೆಷ್ಟು 50 ರೂಪಾಯಿ, ಅವ್ರದೆಷ್ಟು 20, ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿ. No, I'm just giving a hypothetical example. Today you can't attract customers giving them discounts, buy one get one free. they will definitely go for looking at what is that value added thing that you're giving to me, what is that extra features that you're giving to me, what is that quality you're giving to me, and more importantly, what is that service you're giving to me post buy. ಕಾರ್ ಸೆಲ್ ಆಗೋದು ಇವತ್ತು ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಶೋರೂಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೇಳೋ ಸರ್ವಿಸ್ ಹೇಗಿದೆ, ಕಾರ್ ಸೂಪರ್ ಇದೆ. ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಯು ಸೀನ್ ದಿಸ್? I am very sure you might have your even parents talking about it or your friends talking about it. ಕಾರ್ ಬಂದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಕಾರ್ ಲುಕ್ ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಆಮೇಲೆ ನೋಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಅವರ ಸರ್ವಿಸ್ ಹೇಗಿದೆ. Udupi part of the region, that is why, I don't know the other cases, Udupi part of the region, why Maruti is doing quite well is just because of their excellent services. ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ನನಗೆ ಅದು ಕಾಂಪಿಟೇಟರ್ಸ್ ಕಾರ್ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದೆಯೋ ನಾನು ಹೇಳೋದಿಲ್ಲ ಅದು, ಬಟ್ they have that one thing in their mind. Abaran Motors athwa any they provide the best service, hagagi aa car ige hogtene, right? So even if the same model car 1 laksha kadme sikta ittu bere kade anta helidrunu, people will not go. And sometimes, as rightly some of them said, brand, ಕೆಲವರು brand lunatic, branded ಇರ್ತಾರೆ, ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಅದೇ ಬೇಕು. ನಾನು ಮೊನ್ನೆ ಒಂದು ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೆ, like it's very fast in US. They are Pepsi, they just go for Pepsi. They are fans of Coca-Cola, they just go there. They don't care for anything. It's Apple products. They just don't need anything else. ಅದೇ ಹೇಳಿದ್ನಲ್ಲ, ಒಂದು 20,000 ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಕೊಡೋಕ್ಕೂ ರೆಡಿ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ, ಬಟ್ they want only that particular product. Some of them are brand conscious, but ಆ ಲೆವೆಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಬ್ರ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಕಾನ್ಶಿಯಸ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾದಲ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ನೂ ಬಂದಿಲ್ಲ. ಆ ಲೆವೆಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಬ್ರ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಕಾನ್ಶಿಯಸ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾದಲ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ನೂ ಬಂದಿಲ್ಲ, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಇಂಡಿಯನ್ ಮಾರ್ಕೆಟ್ is always Pepsi no illa, then finally even I make some ordinary ones. You agree with me? Yes. I go to a hotel to buy to drink a coffee. The coffee is not there, tea, and tea is also not there, something else. Yeah, come on. I went there. That is not going to work in many of the countries, and India have a long way to go in this regard. That we need to be substitute control aguantaddu tumba jaasti Indiadalli. Hagagi the competition is very high. How to win? The answers to the questions like how will we position ourselves against our competitors, right? Nama competition and already competition, and what unique approach we will apply to create new markets. ಇದಕ್ಕೆ deep understanding ನೀವು ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, the only requirement that you need to have is how you differentiate yourself from others, how unique you are from others, what is your strength, what is your weaknesses, what are your opportunities, what are your challenges, and the same strength of your competitor. What is your weaknesses of your competitor? What are the opportunities of a competitor? What are the challenges faced by your, because his weakness can be your strength, his challenges can be your opportunity. It is very much required to understand not only about yourself, it is equally important to understand about your competitor. Then only you can be in the market. And today you all agree that customer always want something new, something unique. Understand that. And if you are able to provide that uniqueness, then you will achieve the two important terminologies which are all core competency and competitive advantage. ನೀವು ಎಷ್ಟು ಯೂನಿಕ್ ಆಗಿ ಹೊರಗೆ ಬರ್ತಿರೋ, ಎಷ್ಟು ಯೂನಿಕ್ ಆಗಿ ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟ್ ಅನ್ನ ಕೊಡ್ತಿರೋ, ನಿಮ್ದು ಕೋರ್ ಕಾಂಪಿಟೆನ್ಸಿ ಮತ್ತೆ ಕಾಂಪಿಟೇಟಿವ್ ಅಡ್ವಾಂಟೇಜ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಇನ್ನೊಬ್ರು ಯಾರೋ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು, ಕಾಪಿ ಕ್ಯಾಟ್. ಯು ಕೆನಾಟ್ me write in any paper and tell you, you cannot be a copycat in the business world. You just cannot copy. Your strength, it just cannot be copied. You will fail. You may succeed for a very short time, but you will fail in the long run, right? So definitely that was one point when somebody had raised in the top, that sometimes why the business fail, because they tend to copy. Illa ಅವರು ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದಾರೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ನೀವು ಆಗ್ಬೇಕಂತ ಖಂಡಿತ ಅದು ರೂಲ್ ಇಲ್ವೇ ಇಲ್ಲ. It's definitely, you have to be definitely something very unique than others to stay in the market. Finally, you all agreed that day, strategy ಮಾಡೋದು ಯಾಕೆ? You all agreed that day to one important answer that I felt. Every day, every year, you have to come out with new strategies. Why? Answer that one particular important factor. Why? Come on. Absolutely. Fantastic. survive. Finally, if you want to be here to survive, you need to come out with the new. Otherwise, any small startups can come and hit you and go. ಇವತ್ತು ದೊಡ್ಡ ಕಂಪನಿಗೆ ದೊಡ್ಡದೇ ಕಾಂಪಿಟೇಟರ್ ಅಲ್ಲ. ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ಕಂಪನಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಕಮ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಕಿಕ್ ಯು ಔಟ್. That is the power of today's generation's people. Today's generation, the young kids, the generation Z, who are able to run the business in a different style, can be a big threat tomorrow. Just look at Byju's here. You know Byju's, right? Look at the way he's going. He's been acquiring everything. You know, 6 years back, Byju Ravindranath was distributing pamphlet in Bangalore. ಅವನು ಟ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಟೀಚರ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದ. Byju Ravindranath was tuition teacher, right? He was distributing pamphlet in Bangalore roadside only for attending tuition classes. Where is it today? And his name is there today in a jersey, cricket team jersey. This is success. Something very new here. He's a very young generation guy. He's in his 30s now, early 30s. 6 years back, no one knew his name, right? And today, he is the prime sponsors of Indian cricket team. Incredible journey. Something very, very unique. And very recently, he bought one more company for a very big deal. And is now entering US market. I will share that success story of Byju's video in tomorrow's class of how Byju Ravindranath, the person who never knew, and today what is he? This goosebump moment for all of us. People like him are like a best example for all of us that nothing is impossible. Nothing is impossible. It's all about providing unique services. White Hat, exactly. Who is that? Niklesh Kumar, yes. White Hat JR was recently acquired by Byju's for a fantastic deal. And the deal happened in WhatsApp. It's unbelievable. The deal happened in WhatsApp, and a couple of weeks in WhatsApp exchange was between the White Hat founder and Byju Ravindranath. In 1 week, the deal was finalized, capturing into the US and other market. Niklesh Kumar, good. This is how you should keep updating yourself. Business strategy, part of career, or business strategy, lot of time. You need to spend a lot of time. $300 million. You need to spend a lot of time in understanding what is happening outside. ತುಂಬಾ ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಕಲ್ತ್ರೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ಗಳು. Oyo, correct. Oyo also is the same thing. All ಈಗ ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಈ ತರ ಬರ್ದಿಂಗ್ ನೋಡಿ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಲೈಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದನ್ನೇ ಬರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋದ್ರೆ, ಸರ್ ಪ್ಲೀಸ್ ನಿಮ್ಮ ವಿಡಿಯೋ ಆಫ್ ಮಾಡಿ ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು. ಇದನ್ನೇ ಬರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋದ್ರೆ ಒಂಥರ ಆರ್ಡಿನರಿ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಏನೋ ಮಾರ್ಕ್ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಹೆಂಗ್ ಬರೆಯೋದು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, ಇಟ್ ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ಡೆಫಿನೆಟ್ಲಿ ಕೋಟೆಡ್ ವಿತ್ ಲಾಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ಸ್. ಕಾರ್ಪೊರೇಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಈಗ 5-6 ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೀನಿ ನಾನು, ಇನ್ನು ಮುಂದೆ ತುಂಬಾ ಹೇಳಕ್ತಿದ್ದೀನಿ, ಹೌದಾ? ದೀಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಟ್ರೈ ಟು ಪುಟ್ ಇಟ್ ಇನ್ ಯುವರ್ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಶೀಟ್ಸ್. One class exclusively, I will take one class on how to write theory exams. I am expert in writing theory exams. I used to get a lot of good marks in theory exams because it's an art. Writing is an art, I'll tell you. End of the day, it's all about presentation. ಎಷ್ಟು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ನೀವು ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರೋ ಅಷ್ಟು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ನಿಮಗೆ ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ. If you're not able to get any good marks, what is the use? So definitely it's all about presentation. Presentation exclusive class I will take to all of you, how to get marks, how to strategically get good marks in theory papers. Any theory papers, hege idu madodu anta. Good. So time is up. It was great talking to all of you and fantastic to have such a vibrant and such a hyperactive crowd. ಒಂದು ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ದಡ್ ಅಂತ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತೀರಿ. ಐ ಆಮ್ ಸೋ ಹ್ಯಾಪಿ. ಅಂಡ್ ಏನೇ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು ಎಷ್ಟು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಸೀರಿಯಸ್ ಆಗಿ ತಗೊಳ್ತೀರಿ, ನಾವು ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಿ. ಐ ಆಮ್ ವೆರಿ ವೆರಿ ಹ್ಯಾಪಿ ಇಂಡಿಡ್. ಐ ಆಮ್ ರಿಯಲಿ ವೆರಿ ಹ್ಯಾಪಿ ಅಂಡ್ ಪ್ರೌಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಆಲ್. ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ದ ಸೇಮ್, ನಾ ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಹೇಳ್ತೇನಲ್ಲ ಎಂಡಿಗೆ, ದ ಸೇಮ್ ಜೋಶ್, ದ ಸೇಮ್ ಎಂಥೂಸಿಯಾಸಮ್, ಇಟ್ ಶುಡ್ ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂ ಫಾರ್ ಲಾಂಗ್. ಇಟ್ ಶುಡ್ ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂ. ನೀವಿಷ್ಟು ಹೈಪರ್ ಆಕ್ಟಿವ್ ತೋರಿಸಿದಾಗ ನಮಗೂ ಕೂಡ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ರೀತಿ ಒಂದು ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. Problems pertaining to sharing of PPT and sharing of PDF will be solved in very short time of now, and you will provide link. Everything will be arranged. Do not worry. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಕಾಲೇಜ್ ಲೆವೆಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ವಿತ್ ಒನ್ ಕೋಆರ್ಡಿನೇಟರ್, ಒಬ್ರು ಕೋಆರ್ಡಿನೇಟರ್ ಅಂತ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಕಡೆಯಿಂದ, ಒಂದು ಅದನ್ನ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಅಂಡ್ he or she, the coordinator will be in regular touch with you in supplying all the required materials. ಸೊ ಯಾವುದೇ ಕಾರಣಕ್ಕೂ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಇನ್ನೊಮ್ಮೆ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೀನಿ, ಎಕ್ಸಿಟ್ ಆಗಬೇಡಿ, ನೋಡಿ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ ನಾವು ರೆಡಿ ಮಾಡಿ ನಿಮ್ಗೆಲ್ಲ ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತೀವಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ಸೋ ಮಚ್ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್. ಇಟ್ ವಾಸ್ ಆಸ್ ಆಲ್ವೇಸ್ ವಂಡರ್ಫುಲ್ ಇಂಟರಾಕ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ವಿತ್ ಆಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಯು. Learned Allah, today's word that we're going to practice is gratitude. So have a great attitude towards your parents, your friend, your teacher, and more importantly, the God, for giving everything what today you have today. Have a good day. God bless you everyone. Thank you.